So I've been trying to find the new burn list that's playing Reinforced Ronin because I think it's really good. I saw somebody playing a modern list the other day that had it in it. I thought that was pretty spicy, so I'm pretty excited to try this one. This is Mono Red Burn. It was playing 4 G2 Lava Runners, but I cut those and put in the four Reinforced Ronins. I'm pretty excited to try it and see what this yields. Oh, excuse me. I think that card is really good. I think it's also very good off of Chandra Dress to Kill. So, and the channel effect to be able to discard a draw into an extra card is really good. So, you now have a lot of cards to play off of Chandra Dress to Kill, like Skewer, Light Up the Stage, Reinforced Ronin. Like, you just have so many options. This deck feels very good. The 24 lands seems like a lot, but I like the fact that we're playing 12 utility lands, so that's the reason I'm not like changing it or trying anything different. Sideboard, 2 Raze the Effigy, 1 red at instant speed. Target attacking creature gets +2/+2, or destroy target artifact. 2 Redcap Melee, 2 Rending Volley. Those are very good against Redcap Melee. Will be good in the red mirrors and against Winota. Rending Volley also good against Winota, but also good against Spirits. 4 Rampaging Ferocidons to help prevent a life gain in any kind of like creature aggro deck. And 4 Scab-Clan Berserker for blue-white control, or, you know, like a Lotus Field combo or anything like that. Ascendancy, things like that it's very good against. So I'm kind of excited to try this, honestly. We're going to go ahead and jump into another league here. I'm hopeful that this does pretty well. I'd really like to see Reinforced Ronin have a good home in Pioneer because I think that card is very good. I mean, it's a 1-mana 2/2 with haste that bounces back to your hand. I saw somebody in Modern replace it with Goblin Guide the other day, and they 5-0'd with it. They were also playing Bonecrusher Giant in their burn deck, so that's kind of spicy. I don't really know how I feel about that. But, you know, it seems pretty interesting to try. So we'll probably give that a try next time I stream just to see what that's like. Hi and good luck, opponent. Yep, we'll be on the play. We will reveal Obosh. This hand seems pretty good. Reinforced Ronin getting bounced back to my hand on turn 1 doesn't seem particularly great, but it's 2 free damage that we're getting in there, so I kind of like the idea of that. We will play the Mutavault and say go here. I feel like a Fatal Push is what we were looking at there, so go ahead and stomp our opponent here. Hit a land, please. I'm going to go upstairs with a Play with Fire so we can scry 1 here. We're going to put that land on top, and then I'm actually just going to go ahead and skewer this and say go. I think next turn having the land gives us the ability to play Reinforced Ronin. Well, we actually don't get to attack. Play Bonecrusher Giant and say go. And we'll hold up Wild Slash here. Kalitas, okay. Alright, Chandra is a very good draw step there. Deal 1 to our opponent. We'll play Light Up the Stage. We'll actually just say go here. curious to know what our opponent's turn looks like this turn. Alright, yeah, my glasses are starting to kill me at this point. I'm just wearing on my face after too long. Rampaging Ferocidon will be very good in this matchup. Part of me wishes they were playing the Luris version here instead of like the Graveyard Trespasser, Kalidas, like mid-rangey version. I imagine our play here is going to look like... Kind of curious to see what they take here. They take the Reinforced Ronin. Interesting. Okay, I mean, I guess they did that for the Draining Gain effect. All right. All right. And then let's move this down here. Two cards in hand. Definitely should have used the Ramunap Ruins there. It was a mistake on my part. We'll just hang on to the Skewer the Critics for the time being. Don't really see a reason to run that out. We can use that as a clean sweep for the Bonecrusher Giant next turn. So our opponent will hit us for 4, and they'll go to 13. They actually just exile our Play with Fire here. Interesting. Hi, baby. All right, so, yep, we're still getting wrecked. What? Yeah. So the 2/3 is probably going to have to... Oh, no, I did not mean to pass. I wanted to cycle my Ronin. This is not going very well. Not going well for us at all. Oh, thank you, baby. So... Huh. We're going to fire up the Mutavault here, and we're going to attack Sorin, and then we're going to play the Bugbear afterwards. We're giving them less information this way. I mean, I imagine they're going to block here. They probably want to keep the Sorin as a source of card advantage. Play this and say go. Would have liked to have been able to play the Reinforced Ronin as well that turn, but... Alright, well, our opponent just takes a land for free there. I feel like every time I have Sorin on the field, I never hit lands. They're gonna... I mean, I was like, I can't imagine they're not eating their creature at this point. Like... Alright, we just, like... So we're going to play Swiftspear, and we're going to hold up Stomp here, because if they minus on the Sorin, we can get rid of it. All right. Yep, we're going to go to 3 here. I don't really think we have a choice. Probably, honestly, it doesn't really matter what our opponent does from here. They're probably going to win the game. That's a very bad news for us. I don't know why they won't eat their Kalitas. Like, I just feel like it's incredibly wrong. Like, that puts us at 2. It makes your bat lethal. Stomp that. Go to our turn. Draw red Damnation. Okay. Alright. Okay. So... we definitely want Rampaging Ferocidon. And they play a lot of creatures, so I mean, Scab-Clan Berserker is not great. Rending Volley, Redcap Melee, and Rage. I mean, maybe we want Redcap Melee because we're playing so many lands. We're okay with sacrificing it to deal with a Kalitas. That doesn't seem terrible. I don't know. There's so many lands in this deck. I think we're just trying it this way, as crazy as that sounds. I don't know. Like, everything else just seems so so necessary. How was a control deck? I mean, I went 2 and 3, but it was a lot of fun. I actually kind of enjoyed it for a change, so that was nice. Like, this hand does not win the game. Wow. There's 12 one-drop creatures, and there's not one of them in our hand. There's not one in this hand either. Great. Alright, we're going to put the Skewer back and keep this. Play Mountain, say go. We're at least representing a shock effect here. Alright, hopefully Bonecrusher Giant can clean up something here, and then we can play Chandra into something. I just don't feel like it's right to play that. Yep, we're going to use this to deal damage, and then we're not going to play anything here because I would rather save the Skewer for next turn because it's basically free off of what we're trying to do. That's fine. Okay. So we're going to come in for 2 here with the Mutavault. It's 2 points we didn't have. And we're just going to hold up a Stomp here. Okay. The fact that they had Stomp and Decay Command to deal with our Planeswalker was pretty obnoxious. Not a ton we could do about it, so put our own Bonecrusher Giant into play and say go here. Now we can at least deal with the Harvester with a Bonecrusher Giant so it doesn't have the removal spell ability. I am blocking 100% blocking. Are they about to cast a Fatal Push on their own thing here? Interesting. Alright, so now we're definitely just firing up the Mutavault here and playing Light Up the Stage. Skewer Ferocidon. Okay, that's not bad. Means if we hit an untapped land here, we're able to cast both. Now our opponent does have to think about whether they actually want to cast the Bonecrusher Giant here, because if they run out the Bonecrusher Giant and we have a land, we are able to just play both. So they have to at least think about what they want to do this turn. I think this is pretty solid. Drawing Chandra was really good there because it allows us to get their Bonecrusher Giant off the board. And we get to hold up Stomp here, which I kind of like, so... Okay. Get to kill the Sorin here. Things have gone moderately efficiently for us this game so far. Getting to play a lot up the stage like that for basically free is bonkers. And we'll just say go here. We'll hold up the Redcap Melee. We'll probably just use the Melee here. Use the Melee here to kill the Vampire token. Jnaps likes anal trauma. Well, obviously you're hanging out with Kyle and you're a tool. So, no. G2's actually been playing pretty well though. Like, they're like upper finals bracket or upper winners bracket or whatever tomorrow, or winners final, whatever it's called. Tomorrow for like the second regional in a row, so that's felt pretty good. We sacrifice a land. They're going to play their Fatal Push now, which puts them to 9, which means our Mutavault puts them to 7. That's 6 free points. That's 6 points that the Mutavault has gotten for us this game. Like that we have just... I should have put Obosh into my hand. That was stupid. Mutavault has just like gotten 6 points there that it like normally we wouldn't have much to do with there, so that's been pretty nice. Alright. If we bought Obosh last turn, we'd be playing Obosh this turn, which would be pretty good, so that was just kind of dumb. I doubt they have their Thoughtseize in, but if they did Thoughtseize our Obosh here, it would be pretty well-timed Thoughtseize for them. They'll take down V1 in the upper finals tomorrow, guaranteed top 2 this weekend. I would like to think that, but, you know, it doesn't always work out that way, unfortunately, for G2. Sometimes they do those things that, you know, aren't always great. I think last time we played V1, we lost to him. Okay. All right. Well, he trades with the Den of the Bugbear, which is fine. Goes to 6. Now, we have used our 2 Redcap Melees here, so if he has Kalitas, we're just kind of, you know, grabbing our ankles. But alright, they have 2 cards in hand. Alright. If our Goblin token connects here, which I'm hopeful it does, that means that Skewer is lethal off the top. Alright, well, that's a blowout. Man, unfortunately, there's not much I can do about that. Put our opponent to 4, and then I really don't know what our out is here. Do we even have an out, or are we just dead? That's just 11, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just dead here. Okay. I mean, I feel like we had some decent draws, but I feel like the mono red aggro decks against like the Jund style decks just never fare well. Like you have a better chance with burn of just like trying to burn them out, but like with the with like those aggro decks where like you need your creatures to come across and to do things, like you kind of get put in a bad spot and there's not a whole lot you can do against those Jund decks. Oh, and 1 start to our mono red burn league. Watching the NRG series right now. In between matches here. They're in Milwaukee this weekend. Hi and good luck, opponent. We'll reveal Obosh. This hand's terrible. This hand is also terrible. All right, that's, you know, our hands weren't very good earlier either. No, I got a mulligan this. Like the point of this deck is to have something to do early. Like, even this hand is like, just the lands are terrible. We're on a mulligan to 5, so if we win, it is, I don't know, because somebody made it that way. Alright, that's not bad. That allows us to put our opponent to 17 here, and then play light up the stage. Good news is that most of the time you can race these kind of decks. Well, Dress to Kill into Skewer is not bad, as long as our opponent doesn't have a counter spell here. Alright, do you have it, opponent? Lofty Denial, Blowout, City. We'll attack for 4. Alright, well, we're out of cards now, which means next turn probably looks like us buying Obosh. Spectral Sailor. Shacklegeist, okay. Now we can't even attack, so that kind of sucks. But Obosh, I mean, I guess I could double block the Spirit, but even then it just turns into a 2/3, so that feels kind of silly. I don't know there. They attack for 5. No counterspell? Alright, well, I mean, the mulligan to 5 just killed us. Like, the lot at the stage gave us, like, somewhat of a shot there, but it just didn't matter. Let's see, Rending Volley. Ferocidon, maybe? I really want all of my removal spells here. Maybe I'm just cutting a couple of Chandras. Yeah, I think so. I think this is what we're doing. I think we're running it this way. I like this hand. We have Swiftspear followed by a couple of removal spells into a solid Planeswalker, so put our opponent to 19, say go. Alright. I'm just going to 2 here because if they flash something in, I will kill it. Okay. We're going to attack for 1 and play Ferocidon. Okay, Rattle Chains is fine. We do have double removal spells here, so that's pretty good. Are you attacking here, opponent? That's fine. Well, we're definitely going to leave that on top. Yeah, I'm just going to hold up the Play with Fire here. No reason to do anything else. And we're going to kill this now. Spell Pierce? Alright, I mean, he's Still put yourself to 11, and we dug out a Preypiercer, so like that's fine. Entrancing Melody? Alright. We are going to kill that. Put our opponent to 7 here. I'm doing that because the Stomp can always deal with the Spectral Sailor for the most part. But the Stomp cannot always deal with the Swiftspear based off what they start doing. Yeah, Chandra with all of the Spectacle cards is insane. Like, Chandra and Spectacle is just bonkers. Bonkers. Yeah, I think we'd rather just have the Ferocidons here than the Chandras. I don't think we can keep this hand. There's not a single removal spell in our hand. Oh, maybe this is good enough to try and race. I don't know. Like, this hand's not great either, but... Attack for 1. Alright, our opponent didn't have anything that turn, so that's kind of interesting. Gonna attack. Our opponent probably doesn't block here, which actually works out better for us because now we just get to skewer this. I mean, either way, we were going to get to kill it, but they don't block because of the shock effects that we could possibly have there, and them playing around, that's pretty sweet for us. They will go to 15 here, and we'll cast Light Up the Stage. They'll probably counter this. No, will not pay for Preypiercer, but I will play the second Light Up the Stage here. Will you counter this one as well? No, you will not. Now we'll hold up Play with Fire, see what our opponent does. Go ahead and kill this now. I don't want them to be able to flash anything in or do any kind of nonsense like that, so... Ascended Spirit's not bad. Drawing the Wild Slash was just absolutely insane here. Okay, that's fine. We're just going to run out the Ferocidon and say go. They might have a counterspell here, but yep. Okay, good. We're at least drawing it out there. Because if we play Chandra and try to kill it there, like, it just does not end well for us. Double Curious Obsession. Alright, your last card has to be that Geistlight Snare. For one of your, I guess, your last 3 cards. You have 3 cards now. Have you checked out the Rakdos Artifact deck? Which Rakdos Artifact deck are you talking about? I'm not sure which one you mean specifically. We're going to plus hit you for 1. Wild Slash this. We attack for 6, put you to 6, and say go. I know that there was a, are you talking about like some kind of Voldaren Epicure list? Like, I'm not sure what you mean, Kyle. So he's just gonna take his turn to kill our Chandra. Okay. Seems decent. Plays a land and concedes. They had another land. We were gonna draw into Stomp to win the game anyway, so alright, well, that makes us 1-1 here with the mono red burn list. Alright, let's see what Kyle's looking at here. For Epicure, for Harvester, for Push, for Thoughtseize, 2 Voltage Surge. You may sacrifice an artifact, deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Oh, wow. So it's... Wow, that's insane. Okay. Deadly Dispute, Dreadbore, K-Command, 2 Blood Fountain. Experimental Synthesizer. Enters the battlefield. Enter or leaves the battlefield. Exile the top card of your library until the turn you may play that card. Pay 3. Sacrifice this. Create a 2/2 white samurai token with vigilance. Only as a sorcery. Terrarion. That's interesting that it's playing Terrarion. This seems really interesting. I kind of like it though. Like, it seems like a lot of fun, honestly. The battle at the bridge in the sideboard is sweet. This deck looks awesome, man. Yeah, I don't know where you found that list, man, but I really like that deck. That looks like a lot of fun, honestly, Kyle. Hi, and good luck, opponent. Reveal Obosh. Matches like the last one feel good as long as you're drawing multiple removal spells. I like this one. I'm building for the potential Pioneer 1K at Mulligan's. Oh, dude, when are they talking about having a Pioneer 1K? That'd be pretty cool. That Volted card seems insane. You sacrifice an artifact, and it's basically like 1 deal 4 to any target. It's Galvanic Blast, basically. They reveal Luris. Okay. I'm going to attack and say go. This definitely feels like the Auras deck. And as long as we can keep their stuff off the battlefield when we need, then we'll be okay. God, freaking hair on my chapstick. Freddy is in the Discord, and he's talking about April. Okay, well, that seems pretty cool. We're going to put that one on top, and we're going to attack for 3, put our opponent to 12, say go. So the only thing I could think here that would be pretty bad for us is if they went the new Pause card. Yeah, Light Pause into like double Ethereal Armor. I mean, Cartouche is fine. Even Ethereal Armor here just makes this a 5/5, which means Skewer and Wild Slash can kill it. Well, I'm hoping that it's sometime in April that's not the weekend of Dallas, because as long as it's not the weekend in Dallas, I'll probably try to go to that. Kaya's Ghost Form. Alright, we're going to go upstairs. We're going to kill this. It's going to come back into play. We're going to kill it again. We're going to stomp this. Put you to 7. And now we're in a pretty decent spot from here. Like, our opponent could have multiple dumb things to do this turn. Like, I'm not saying we've won the game by any means necessary, but... Alright, play Bonecrusher Giant. Attack. Our opponent will block. And we'll trade. Because all that glitters does not give first strike. You know, if that thing gave first strike, that'd be dumb. I mean, it wouldn't be any... Like, it'd just be worse Ethereal Armor at that point. I'm kind of surprised it doesn't give first strike. Based off how they build cards nowadays, honestly. Alright, opponent. I respect your decision to not block there. I think it's wildly inaccurate, but I respect it. I mean, okay, maybe my statement of it's wildly inaccurate is just like too quick, because it's very possible that, oh, with double all that glitters, they might just kill us this turn. They have like Ethereal Armor into something here, like, could be pretty broken, but they're probably just trying to win the game as opposed to just not lose the game, so So we deal 1. We fire up into the Bugbear. Our opponent probably concedes. I don't think they play like Fatal Push in the main. Alright. Rending Volley and Redcap Melee. Reinforced Ronin is a pretty easy cut here. Ferocidon to stop them from gaining life, maybe. I know Redcap Melee doesn't act like makes us sacrifice a land, but we're playing 24 lands in our deck that kind of like just plays like stops at 3 drops. I don't know. I think I'm just cutting light up the stage here, if I'm being honest. Like, it just seems like I get like drawing cards is insane, but like if we have to take a turn off to light up the stage, we're probably losing that game anyway. So winning game 1 against the Auras deck is also insane. Like, it's really good for us to win game 1 like that. This hand is really solid. We have a couple of really early removal spells followed by Ferocidon, which attacks well into whatever they're doing. Plus, it also has... it attacks well and it stops life gain, so that's pretty important. Alright, so my opponent doesn't do anything. Drawing the other Play with Fire actually changes my play. I was not going to play Swiftspear and just hold up. Wild Slash in case I decided to go Eidolon into Ethereal Armor and make a 3/4. But now that I have double shock effects, I'm okay with just slamming it and saying, like, okay. Alright. Alright, so what does it say? Yeah, I don't really want to take any chances or like play any games here with the fact that like that the Light Paw card gets to go off, because that card is just insane. What does the black one do? Then return a creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. Okay. Alright. I was like, don't have the... now they get to draw a card here, but like we're just kind of hoping that they don't have the Chimetra's Blessing. This is the second time I played against this deck tonight, and I haven't seen a single Chimetra's Blessing, so I'm starting to think that they don't have those anymore. So I have Luris and 3 unknown cards in hand now. Okay. Cartouche of Solidarity. Please no Kaya's Ghost Form or Ethereal Armor here. The fact that we've been getting stuck on lands is kind of tough here. It also makes this match a little tough because we don't have any copies of land, please. Wow, seriously? There's 24 lands in our deck and we're 12 cards in without a second land. Please block. I'm begging you. Please block. There's no way I'm attacking here if I don't have it. Like, and plus I haven't played a land. You know I have to have something in my hand. Like, but please just look past that and just block one time. Alright, we're going to go ahead and cast it now. Because we're at least making this a 2/2 and we're putting them to 14. I mean, we're probably not winning this game even if we draw a land here, because there's just no way for us to actually get in the points we need. Like, if they were at 8, you know, or something like that, then we could probably talk about it here, but... So our opponent about to play Luris and Light Paws. Intertesting. So land was actually not great there. I'm just curious to see what they do. Alright, they go to 12. I don't even think it's worth showing them Ferocidon because we can't win the game from here. Like, there's nothing that we're going to do that's going to win the game. Like, we don't have, like, a Pyroclasm effect or anything like that, so I don't see the point in doing something like that. Like, our opening hand was great. We just didn't draw... we just didn't draw any lands. Like, we had Ferocidons on curve that we could have put into play, or Bonecrusher Giants that would have been great. But the fact that we just got stuck on lands there was just made that almost unwinnable. It did make it almost unwinnable. It did make it unwinnable to a certain point. This hand has too many cards we like. I think we have to keep this and take our chances. There's 24 lands in the deck. Like, we have so many, like, we have 3 removal spells in our deck, or in our hand right now. Or, I'm sorry, we have 2 removal spells, and we have 2 creatures. Like, even if they have a Fatal Push, we still have a Soul-Scar Mage that allows us to shrink their creatures if we need to. Would love to just, like, peel a Den of the Bugbear or a Mountain off the top here as our first draw. Alright. Play Soul-Scar Mage, say go. It looks like our opponent has a 1-drop here that they might actually play. Hey, Wiley, what's going on, buddy? How are you, man? Okay. Alright, well, we don't draw the... I think we're just running out the other Soul-Scar Mage here, but not hitting a red source is kind of brutal. So we're really hoping to see a red source here. Alright, we're definitely hoping to see a red source. Make it a 1-2. So we're definitely going to attack, and then if they don't block, we're just going to play Redcap Melee, which sucks. Like, drawing both of our Redcap Melees has been really bad here. Oh, it wasn't dealt damage, actually. That's insane. I didn't even think about that. So, Redcap Melee says if a non-red permanent was dealt damage, and it wasn't, because of Soul-Scar's effect. Alright, that's bonkers. Well, we're just going to attack for 2 and say go here. Okay, that's fine. Put our opponent to 14, and we're still holding up removal spells here. Talk about Soul-Scar Mage saving us out of a land there. That's pretty sweet. Alright, we're going to cast Play with Fire here because I'd like to scry a land to the top. Yep, we're putting that on top. Alright, we're going to get aggressive. Let's end the game. our opponent to 6, and we have 2 removal spells with an active Planeswalker here. Pretty aggressive to get in, to go all in like that, but I'm not gonna lie, I really like it. Oh no. Okay, now they put Ethereal Armor on this thing. They're not. No, they actually are dead. Unless they have like land and like they play something else here, but they are dead if they don't have anything else, because Chandra generates a mana, puts them to 5. We Rending Volley the Light Paws, and then we cast Redcap Melee off of the mountain, and that is 3 points from our Soul-Scar Mage, and then we activate Mutavault for 5 points, and the Chandra was the 6 point when we plus it. So unless they have something else to do here, such as a removal spell or an extra blocker, they are dead. That still leaves him dead, actually. Soul-Scar is Swiftspear just better? Because we still get 1, 2, 3 red sources. Swiftspear is actually just better. Alright, Rending Volley. Kai's goes for him, brings us back. We use Redcap Melee. We don't have to sacrifice a land, and then we just get to crush him for 6. Bah! Alright. Well, text on Soul-Scar Mage, while I have always known it was insane, just became so much better in my eyes with Redcap Melee. And will also probably honestly change the way that I like play against Redcap Melee till the end of time. So that was pretty, I don't know, that was a pretty sweet interaction to see there. To see that work out the way that it did. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of really hoping to like play against like blue-white control with this deck or something like that, like blue-white control, blue-black control, because so we've taken out Reinforced Ronin against I think we taken it out in 2 of the 3 matchups, or 2 of the 3 matches that we played, but a 2/2 with haste that is protected by that has its own built-in protection from Supreme Verdict and cycles for 2 mana is insane. Like in a heavy control meta, Reinforced Ronin is the nuts. So I changed your name in my phone to Zachariah the Third. Why am I the third? Is there like some kind of like biblical reference or something I don't understand here? Alright. And good luck, my friend. We'll reveal Obosh. The third sounds better than Junior. Okay, I'll give you that. I like that. We're going to lead on Soul-Scar Mage because I don't really like bouncing Reinforced Ronin to my hand on turn 1. I like having a threat that I can repetitively come in with damage with. Okay. Well, I was going to play Reinforced Ronin and then play Light Up the Stage, but I like the idea of stomping the Monastery Swiftspear a lot better and then pushing through 2 points. Alright, our opponent joins us in that decision. We play Bonecrusher Giant and Sego. They will also probably play Bonecrusher Giant and Sego. It feels like we have some pretty decent options from our utility lands here. I mean, if they play like The only thing that we won't attack into here is Chain Whirler, which they're going to play, it appears. Alright. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Chain Whirler was pretty good. Blocks Bonecrusher Giant extremely well. Thing that would feel pretty bad for us is if they play Chandra and minus here. I mean, yeah, we're going to take 3. We'd love to see, like, Chandra Skewer the Critics, but unfortunately right now we're on that back half of drawing a lot of lands. We're going to play Bonecrusher Giant now? Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. We'll attack. I assume they'll block with a Bonecrusher Giant here. It's like they'll probably want to trade Bonecrusher Giants, which is fine. We're going to stomp the Swiftspear, and we're going to put Obosh into our hand. Like, next turn we have Obosh into, like, Reinforced Ronin if we wanted to. Like, that's always an option next turn. Deals 1 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker they control. That thing plus Chandra. Whenever you cast your next creature spell this turn, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. That seems bonkers. Alright, we're going to put a Lightning Strike up here. Well, well, well. So, alright, so if we play Obosh here, I think it's better to play the Bonecrusher Giant and just say go. I think we can cycle. The Reinforced Ronin here is pretty decent. So any creature they play this turn comes into play with an additional 1/1 counter. They'll probably just let that Chandra go to the wayside here. We're gonna cycle this. Hopefully to find a removal spell for the Chain Whirler, honestly. That is a removal spell for the Chain Whirler. You have Lightning Strike? Dang, that sucks. One, two, three, four, five. And we'll say go here. It deals that much damage plus 2, right? Or it deals double that damage. It's Torbran that deals plus 2. Is that Soul-Scar Mage? Okay. If a creature dealt damage this turn by a source you controlled would die, exile it instead. So it basically just gives everything Magma Spray. Magma Spray's ability. Okay. They decided not to play that. I'm actually just going to go ahead and use the Wild Slash up here. Okay. Nope, cancel. Let's attack Chandra. Let's attack Chandra. Now, unfortunately, the only thing that deals double here is Obosh. But even if they fire up the end of the Bugbear here to block... Okay. Alright, nothing in their hand, and they get to attack me for 6 and put me to 3. Which means after the Ramunap Ruins, they put me to 1. But we get to come across back for 6, 9, 10, 12, 14. So if they don't have anything here, they are dead. Like, if... Alright, let me rephrase. If they attack us and don't have anything, they are dead. Eidolon kind of sucks for us. I mean, if they take it, they're dead here. That leaves them dead, right? Because they take 6, 9, 11. Go to 3. Wild Slash you for 4. Okay. That makes considerably more sense. Okay. You gonna fire up into the Bugbear? Yes, you love to see it. You love to see it. We'll Wild Slash this. Are they dead here? They block here, blocked in, so they're not quite dead. A removal spell kills them? Well, they're gonna attack us anyway and put us to 3. Wow, that's aggressive. Two, 4, 5. Yeah, you're just dead here. Alright. So, yeah, they block Obosh. Take 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. Alright, well, we win the first game there. That was a long-fought game. Of course, those mono red mirrors always are, I feel like. Let's see. Redcap Melee. I don't think I really want to, like, try and blow them out with, like, +2/+2 effects or anything. Reinforced Ronin feels not great. Ferocidon, I don't even know if I want, like, maybe I just bring in 2 Ferocidons and just cut the Ronins. Let's try it like that. Because, you know, I don't know, like, Ferocidon's not exactly, like, lights out or anything in this matchup. Just seems serviceable, so... I don't think against mono red aggro we can keep this hand. Like, as much as I like this hand, I just don't think we can keep this. I think this hand's a lot better. I think we're putting the Mutavault back there. I'm not going to run out the light up the stage there. I know there wasn't a huge chance that they had something there. I guess we'll take this opportunity to scry. We're going to put that on the bottom. And we're going to kill the Karizev. Okay. Alright, we're going to say go here. I'm actually going to see what they do. If they attack, I'll probably just take it and go to 16. And then I'll probably just try to end of the turn Wild Slash the Chain Whirler here. Because if my opponent's smart, they're just holding up a removal spell here. Because if I go to block and then I Wild Slash that, it's just a blowout if they have a removal spell. Yeah, so they're definitely just going to kill my Soul-Scar. Don't really know why they're... It's a weird time to fire that off. We're just going to say go here. Getting their Chain Whirler off the board will be good. Okay. Plus, I don't really have to use a Wild Slash on their Chain Whirler right now. Like, they put one card on the bottom. Okay. I don't really have to use a Wild Slash. I can just block this thing. Okay. Opponent plays a land. I highly doubt they have an answer here. I was like, so I'm just going to do this. Alright, we'll cast Light Up the Stage. Play this and say go. Wonder what their last card's probably like a land. I mean, I imagine it's like a mountain or something here. It's not a great return there because you're trading 2 for 1. Alright. Alright, well, we know we just get to kind of kill this for free here, which is kind of nice. They don't have any cards in their hand. They are going to Ramunap Ruin us, though. So we're going to do that by Obosh. And attack for 2. They're going to Ramunap Ruins us to 10, attack us to 9. Ooh, Lord. So I was okay making the Soul-Scar Mage attack because I realized that I'm just like, I'm sitting at a virtual 9. Now that's pretty good. Alright, let's play Obosh and say go here. They have to draw something pretty good here to play around the Obosh. If they attack in with the Bonecrusher Giant and the Goblin Chain Whirler, I will block the... Ooh, I don't know what I'll block. I'll probably block the Bonecrusher Giant. Kind of sucks that we'll probably lose our Obosh here, but I don't think they would have attacked if they didn't have a way to kill our Obosh here, but alright, so we get to turn around and din. Yeah, we get to play Den of the Bugbear. We're going to attack them. The token is going to be coming at Chandra. So that's a pretty good exchange. I'm going to be honest. I think they're in a better winning position if they don't kill our Obosh. And they just play Chandra and say go. Like, honestly. Alright, fire up Den. Alright, so they do like a play with fire here. Gonna attack, put our opponent to 11. We're gonna play Soul-Scar Mage as a good blocker and say go here. Now if they do like another, like if they drew a Bonecrusher Giant here or something like that, that's pretty bad. But our Soul-Scar Mage just currently blocks their Chain Whirler, so I'm going to attack with the Soul-Scar Mage here. We were tapped out, so if they had to play with fire, they would have played it. I'm going to play the Ferocidon and just say go. I'm actually just going to hold on to the Skewer the Critics here. I don't really see a reason to play it right now. Like, I could just run it out and get rid of the Chain Whirler here, but I'd be trading 3 for 1, and I don't really like that. Like, I understand the concept that it's like a 1 card for 1 card trade, but I'm trading 3 damage for 1 damage here perpetually over time, so I don't like that. Plus, next turn, I mean, we're slowly whittling our opponent out of resources here, where we just have the ability to just kind of like push through and win the game. I know it's something I probably should have been doing this whole time, but I think playing Flesh and Blood recently has really given me an eye to be able to look at situations like this and see that Skewer the Critics is 3 versus the Chain Whirler's 1. Where in a lot of situations I just kind of saw that it was 1 card for 1 card. Alright, let's attack him with the clowns here. We still have a blocker back. Okay, so our opponent decides that their best out here is to just like see what they draw into and go to 3. Obviously they just kind of brick there. Alright, it's not going to let us draw a card. Alright, well, we're 3-1 with the old mono red burn list here. The lands have been a little awkward for us at times, but the deck has felt pretty solid, honestly. I kind of like the sideboard, kind of hate the sideboard. Like, honestly, like the Raze the Effigy, like with it, which is much blue-eyed insole that's been around. I understand why we're playing it. And you need 4 answers for Winota, in my opinion. Like, Winota is just like, Winota is that deck. Like, always is, in my opinion. Like, it is just that deck. I like this hand. We're going to lead on Soul-Scar Mage. Blooming Marsh, okay. Cast Thoughtseize. Probably takes our Bonecrusher Giant here, if I had to guess. Yep, seems good, seems good. Alright, drawing Swiftspear number 2 was awesome because it really just allows us to put our foot on the gas here. Some kind of Abzan deck. Laven, Sylvan, carry added here. Straw's been very good. Like, this straw's been insane. Because we're going to put our opponent to 11 and then to 5 this turn. They play Seiju. They go to 6. Play a lot at the stage. And then block 1, take 6. Alright, well, that was one of those games where like our opponent didn't really do anything, so I don't really feel like that's a fair testament to what we're playing against here. Rampaging Ferocidon seems really good. Reinforced Ronin does not seem great in a matchup where your opponent is just... It just feels like we're playing against Abzan Midrange. So we'll cut 2 Wild Slash and leave in 2 Reinforced Ronin. I kind of like the idea of just having like a 2/2 with haste, especially one that can cycle for 2 if we need it to. The channel effect is really cool. I'm going to be honest, I don't really know why they didn't just call it cycling. Well, I guess because they have abilities that aren't just drawing cards, so I guess that's probably why, but... this is one more land that I'd like to have, but this hand's pretty good. Drawing an extra land isn't great, but it's okay. Abrupt Decay, alright. Alright, deck, no more lands. Stop now. Really wish it would have stopped, like, you know, last turn. Okay. Alright, we're going to start taking our chip shots with the Mutavault here where we can. There's been a couple of games where we had to use Mutavault strategically. Hopefully they don't have a green source here. Skewer this and say go. Drew another land. Jeez. Alright, removal spell please. Another land's also great. Thanks, deck. I'm pretty okay with that trade myself there, if I'm being honest, so... Tireless Tracker. Okay, what is going on right now? Like, what have we seen? We've seen 3 spells and 13 cards. That's crazy. And, you know, the weird part about that is I still don't know that we're losing. Like, the fact that they drew a Plains there is probably bad for us because they're just going to slam Siege Rhino. 14 cards and we've seen 3 non-lands. That's actually insane. And we're just going to say go here. Like, I'm not going to lie. Abzan Rock is something that I would like to play against play sometime. That looks like one of those decks that I think would be a lot of fun. Has a pretty decent control matchup, I imagine. At least I imagine it does. Well, he realizes he's got to end the game. I have drawn 3 spells. 3. Not very often I reveal my hand, but I mean, like, I hope my opponent realizes that even though his hand might have been good, he was basically given that game. I think we're just going to leave it the way that we have it. Like, the Wild Slashes might be good to help out with like an early Scavenging Ooze, but we have 6 shock effects, so yeah, we'll keep this. This is some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in terms of Flood. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it at a certain point, like, you just kind of have to laugh about it because there's not a lot you can do. Just gonna play a land and say go. If our opponent does nothing here, we will just take the opportunity to stomp them. They probably have Abrupt Decay up here again, and I really don't want to subject our Chandra to an Abrupt Decay. I'd rather them take damage off of their Abrupt Decay on my Bonecrusher Giant here. If they play Scavenging Ooze, gain a life here, that's also not bad. Play Ferocidon, we'll just say go. I mean, there was nothing we could do to stop the life gain there, so even if we played Ferocidon last turn, they just had it. It didn't matter. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I mean, drawing Soul-Scar Mage is not bad here. Play that and say go. Soul-Scar Mage is good because it makes our Wild Slash better. The fact that they just had that thing multiple times has just been insane. Like, they must be playing 4 of this card. No, we're not going to lead on that. We're going to play... We're going to attack. Curious to see if my opponent blocks here. They do. Interesting. Alright. We get to eat a zombie token and shrink the Kalitas here, which I think is really good. Okay. Okay. I mean, I guess, like, you might as well use it. We'll run out Ferocidon here and say go. And then next turn, if we hit an untapped land, we have Ronin into... Yeah, we have Ronin into Den of the Bugbear, or we have... I don't know, we have a few options here depending on what we draw into. Our opponent's drawing cards, trying to get aggressive here. Alright, so we play Chandra. I'd like to deal a damage, but I also want to see an extra card here. It's just a Mutavault. Unfortunately, I think we're forced to say go here. I mean, this is tough because you don't just want to say go because then you're just giving them more opportunities to draw cards with a Tireless Tracker. Yeah, I think we're just going to say go and cycle the Ronin here. I don't really think it's going to add much value. All right. The fact that we've not had an answer for the Kalitas here is just like has just been giving us the business. Yeah, we just gotta let Chandra die here. Man, this matchup feels nearly unwinnable. Yeah, we're just going to concede. We're done here. This isn't going anywhere. Well, we had a 3-2 with the deck. I mean, it's not bad. I can't remember what else we lost to. We lost our first match, but I can't remember what it was against. Our lands were pretty bad to us. I think we had to mulligan to 5 one of the games, and it was pretty tough. But I mean, the mono red burn list was actually pretty sweet. We did not really get to see Reinforced Ronin shine. The card is good, and I really like it. There were multiple times that we cycled it looking for a different thing. But in my head, it's like, you're looking at that card and looking at the original list, that's G2 Lava Runner. And it's like, is G2 Lava Runner good here? No. Reinforced Ronin is not good here then. Like, there was one time in all 5 matches that I wish we would have had something like that, like a Lava Runner would have been good, because it would have been a repetitive threat that we didn't have to spend mana on. But I mean, I don't know. The deck played pretty well. The 12 utility lands did come back to bite us a couple of times. But the having Mutavaults, there were two games that stand out in my mind where having Mutavaults were like, you know, an extra like 4 to 8 points where we just kind of chipped in over time. We also never got to see the value of Scab-Clan Berserker. So that was kind of disappointing because I really liked that card. So I know the deck was a lot of fun. I'd probably run it back.